Hi Virgo, welcome to your 2019 forecast. I'm Shae. Please remember there will be another 2019 forecast on this channel done by Kacee. We offer two different perspectives, hoping at least one will resonate. So we're going to dive right in, and the cards that you see before you, we're going to split up. So the first card is the Hanged Man, and that is going to be your lessons from the previous year, which is, in this reading, I believe, the surrender, letting go, and making room for new, wonderful things. You had an intense period of just having to let things go, whether it was a relationship or a job, just something wasn't working for you and you were doing your best to hang on to it, and you just realized that you had to do what you had to do in order to move on, and you finally reached that pinnacle point in 2018, and that's going to carry on into 2019. The next card is the Moon, and that is what's coming up. What I feel coming up for the Virgo is that you are going to be taking the things from the Hanged Man and pulling them in. You're setting your intentions for new opportunities, seeds, for the movement and the growth that you have just instigated when you were in the Hanged Man phase. So that's a really, really positive card, because generally the Moon is about illusions and things that you're not seeing clearly. However, in this aspect, this is about positive intentions for movement. The next card is going to be the King of Swords, and that is the challenges that you're going to face throughout 2019. I believe the challenge in this aspect is going to be learning how to become the King of Swords, analytically thinking, moving, making moves, kind of not really worrying about, I don't want to say not worrying about other people, but it's almost a movement for yourself, and kind of like you're going to be leaving people behind, and it is what it is. You are focused and motivated on your growth, and that is definitely indicating that with the next card, which is the Nine of Pentacles, which is your inner strength and how to use it. The Nine of Pentacles is traditionally about seeing the fruits of your labor, and in the King of Swords, in that challenge phase, and the Moon phase where you're planting all those seeds, the King of Swords is going to be your, back and forth on, I tried it this way, I'm going to do it this way now, it didn't work. And then the Nine of Pentacles is knowing that you're doing all the right things, you're taking the steps, and it will blossom. You just have to wait for it to grow. So that is a really good metaphor for what you're going through, what you will be going through in 2019, which is learning. It seems like it's a lot of learning and back and forth, trial and error. But if you keep that up, keep that momentum up, you will eventually see the things start to blossom. The next lesson is going to be lessons from last year to apply to this year. So you have the Death reversed, Justice, and the Three of Swords that came out for that. The Death card reversed in this particular situation is about transformation, but inside, like self-transformation, which again goes along with that Hanged Man. You are still going to continue to have to work on that, the transformation portion, but with the Justice in the middle of, and then the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is your, like, the bad stuff that happens in life. And it is the realization that things are going to happen and you kind of have to keep moving. So you can't be stuck on the bad things that happen in your life. You have to acknowledge them and work through them, but you can't live there. That's where the Justice card is. The inner work that you're going to be doing with the Death Reverse card needs to be balanced out with just the everyday things that we have to go through, and learning how to put that into balance, and knowing with the Three of Swords that you still have to focus on yourself, and you can't live in the things that are not going right. You have to certainly acknowledge them and work through them, but you cannot take up residence in the negative portion, or all that work that you've been doing is just going to go away. The next one is going to be how to move and navigate through the channels for the next year. I pulled the Two of Swords. Now, traditionally, if I was doing a personal reading, I would pull more cards to clarify the Two of Swords, because the Two of Swords is an impasse. You don't know which way to go. You have your pros, you have your cons. They're pretty much evenly. You don't know which way to go. But because this is a general reading, what I'm getting is that there's going to be some decisions that are going to have to be made throughout the year. And they're going to, some of them probably stump you. And that's when you kind of have to go back to that moon phase, in the Hanged Man, I would say. Go back to reflecting, go back to using your intuition to guide you through those things, because you are going to be faced with a bunch of issues that will need to be worked out. We all get them. Decisions are going to have to be made. And a lot of it is going to be regarding the movement phase that you're in now. Whether it's professional or relationship or, moving, whatever comes up for you, or whatever you're faced with, whatever decisions you have to make, they won't go away. You will have to decide, but you need to really focus and listen to your intuition and let your intuition guide you and tell you which way is the best way to go. The overall theme for the year is the Three of Wands, and that is a really good card. That is all about progress, expansion, intuition, foresight. It is planning, and you are in a deep planning phase in 2019. You have all the tools that you need to do whatever it is that you are doing. The movement is good. This 2019 is opening up these channels for you for growth and prosperity and abundance. You are going to have to work hard, but you have all the tools at your disposal. I'm going to pull an angel advice card to see what the angels have to say. For Virgo. Divine guidance. And then I'm going to pull a fairy inspirational wisdom from the Fairies and Angels. Moonlight Dance. Enhance your sense of adventure as you look at the promises that you have made yourself. Okay, so the divine guidance is a reminder to you that as you move through the channels this year, you need to, that's the moon, use your intuition, if you have a spirituality, connect with the divine for the guidance that you need to help you. Pray, meditate, take a walk outside, surround yourself in nature. Whatever it is, however you connect with the divine, that's how you will gain the answers to questions that you don't have. So that's really probably for the Two of Swords situation. That is where you're going to get your clarity, is from the divine. The moonlit dance, embrace your sense of adventure as you look at the promises you have made to yourself. That is to remind you about the hanged man phase that you were in. You have moved on from that. You have released that negative energy. You have found your momentum. You are now on this grand adventure, and you have to keep that in mind, because you will have days where you're going to question yourself or at what you're doing, and you need to remember where you were and where you want to go on the days that you are faltering. And again, divine guidance will help you through those channels. Virgo, this looks like a really wonderful reading, and these are the messages I've been given by Spirit. I truly hope it resonates with you. If not, remember to go check out Kacee's reading for a different perspective. We hope that you'll like this video and subscribe to our channel. Love and light, and my hopes for a fantastic rest of your day.